Alright guys, we're at episode number 16 of this Forza 4 adventure. As we can see now, I did win that race just by a freaking nose. And that felt pretty good. I gotta say, that felt pretty good to take it out, even though I had a couple major fails. I feel like I've done a lot better. And let's hit A here, jump forward. Level 5 affinity right there. Lots of bonuses. Hooray! And let's go ahead and jump forward here, see what happens. Loading menus. The problem with this game is I feel like I start my Let's Plays and I'm in loading menus for half of it. But it's okay, because we completed the multi-class event, which feels good. And we'll see where we're jumping this forward to now.
Today it's back to the Rhine Valley of Baden-Württemberg, Germany, for a race on the Hockenheim Ring.
Hockenheim. The Hockenheim Ring. The Hockenheim. What a great name. Alright, so Hockenheim Ring right here. I'm actually going to change cars. I've been asked to use my my new special car, the car I just got, which was the Skyline R33. And I believe I just passed it because I was looking for the wrong color. But there it is, Skyline GTR R33. It is a B500 class, so it will work really well for this B500 class series. And we're going to jump it off right here with the Class B World Championship. See what happens and what we can do. So I feel like it could be good. Let's see what happens next. Because obviously, you know, I'm not the best racer. Using these stock cars usually works out pretty well for me, at least. Usually, only things I'm looking for is more downforce and that kind of thing. It would be nice to have, honestly, it really would. But the way it looks for now, this works out. And we are rocking this beautiful midnight blue paint job. You know, the body styling on the R33, it reminds me a lot of the 240 SX. Which I don't like as much because it's a lot more subdued. The R34 was sexy, and then they took the R34's crazy, like the craziness of the R34, and made it look even better with the GTR, or the R35. It's just the most ridiculous thing ever. So as you guys can see here, we have 2 heats, so it's going to change things up quite a bit. And we're going to see what we can do about pushing this thing forward. I am using completely stock everything on this this R33, and we'll see if we like it or not. So I'm going to slap my headphones on here, and that means I'm probably going to talk louder, but that's okay because I'm going to go into shoutcasting mode 3, 2, 1, and I did not get enough power into it early. I had to get my finger down a little bit faster. It's okay though. It does have a nice acceleration ratio, although it looks like is that a Saab or a Subaru that's working its way outside. And I came into this corner a little bit fast and take the inside light all the way across. Now I was able to carry speed even though I went off the course. It looks like a RX-7 now is working pretty hard to stay ahead of me here. And those RX-7s, those old RX-7s are freaking sexy. I actually really wanted one of those when I was younger, like coming through high school. If I could have had anything, I would have had a Skyline or an RX-7 as far as Japanese cars go, because those things are just gorgeous. And what can you say? What can you say? You know, they're pretty sexy. But as you guys see here, I got to pay attention to this mini-map because I am in this nice long back straight-ish, back slight left, and rocking at 105 miles an hour. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but we're going to come into this corner right here. I got to lock up these brakes early, try to maintain speed throughout this, but not too much. I got to get on my brakes earlier so I can get off of them earlier, because this thing does not like to steer very well when you're not going straight. And as you guys can see there, I carried way too much speed into that, locking up my brakes, just sliding through the corner, and that cost me first place. So I'm in second place now, but I have 3 laps to make it up, so 2.5 laps to make it up, and hopefully here I can get a nice little lead on these noobs somewhere along the line. We'll see, because they are definitely not driving the worst I've ever seen people drive. These guys are not overly aggressive, but they're aggressive enough, and when I hit that wall back there, I should have died, so, you know, we'll see if I puss out or not. This first corner right here, I know now I can take across the line right there, because it does have that nice little barrier on the side that gives me a lot more speed benefit, and into this little horseshoe area right here. Let's see what happens. Horseshoe across the side, took him on the inside right there. That rough is a little bit bumpy, but it does not seem to make you lose too much speed. That's nice. Definitely not something you do on a motorcycle, but it's something that's you have the ability to do in a car. That's pretty nice. So should have been on the power a bit more there. I am going to go off right here, I think. Nope, I was able to pull it back together. All right, one more corner right here, and we're going to try to stay on the power, on the power, on the power, on the power. Just feeding that power to it. Just kind of bumping the power in as I go down the front straight here and across the line. Now, 2 more laps left. I do have a nice, kind of somewhat comfortable lead. I'm going to have to come off the power here, though, and into the brakes. A little bit too much on the brakes there. As you can see, that RX-7 gained on me really fast. That corner does not require as much braking as I did. But I'm still trying to be a little bit less aggressive in these early corners, so I seem to bite myself really hard there. And we're going to come off the power here as well. Into the brakes, into the brakes, into the brakes, into the brakes. And right there, it was a bit too much braking. At least a little bit too late. I should have been off the brakes a little bit faster so I could be right on those apexes. And if I get on the apex, it'll definitely help me out long term. But for now, I'm not too upset about it. I feel like it was a decent corner at least. And, you know, it works out. So we'll go ahead and push forward here into this next tight right bend where I actually wrecked my car before. You'll see this is a multiple apex corner. 1, 2, and 3 apexes in that corner. It keeps getting tighter, it seems like. But it's okay. We're going to come up to this next one right here, and we're going to slow it down. Braking into it. Nice tight corner there. Actually, good control. That all-wheel drive keeping me right on the point. And we're going to try to slow it down here. And across this back line right here. Very nice. Into my next right up here just a moment after these 2 signs. And we're going to hold the power, brake, and off power, because we can get into this corner. Even though it's a tight track, we can definitely use the power to keep the car in line right there. This next horseshoe right here is a bit sketchy, however, it's a very narrow track. As you guys know from last time, me running off on both sides. Did run off the side, dadgummit, I thought I had that one under control. I tried tapping the A or the handbrake there to bring it back around, but it did not happen. And now I'm in this position again where I don't have enough of a lead, to be honest. I'm a little bit tight on the lead, and I'd love to, I'd love to get it ahead of the curve here. So, as you guys can see, I do believe this lap will be a little bit faster than the last one. We'll see. Actually, it looks like it's not any faster. No, it is. Okay, it was faster. It was 5 seconds faster than the last one, which is good. Or 4 seconds faster. Again, I took this corner a little bit slower than I needed to. I also turned a little late. And late turning is not something you want to do. Late braking, I'm all for. Late turns, that's just a big fail. So you want to late brake into things, but you want to start your turn early. And right there, I definitely failed at that. I'm going to lock up those brakes right there. A little bit too much braking again. And I'm going to come on the power a little bit late here, leaving a really nice opportunity for the RX-7 to close the gap. As you guys will see, he does seem to be doing so. And we'll push forward up along this back straight again. All right, my breath is running out. My attempt at shoutcasting these races is not easy, I gotta say, but it's kind of fun because it keeps me focused on what I'm doing and how to do it, because I feel like if I explain it to you guys, oh no, right off there. Again, I'm having that same issue where I'm locking up the brakes coming into a corner and just lose all traction, but it's okay. I was able to somehow save it a little bit, keeping myself in the lead by a couple hundred feet, and we'll try to hold it together here in this last lap. I actually really like this course. This track is, it's really narrow, but it's high speed. You know, every corner is like 55 miles an hour or better, and that keeps things entertaining, at least for me, when you're not in real life. You know, it definitely keeps things tight and aggressive. So, all right, coming across right here. Looking forward to modifying this thing, man. It's modifying the suspension and whatnot, really increasing the amount of downforce it has. It'll make this car really fun, and then adding the power to it will make it a little bit crazy. So, if I can keep it together for the next 2 turns, I have a win. And so we're gonna go, actually, technically it's just 1 turn here, I believe, because you got one side of it. And there's the first part. Coming into the nice big horseshoe right here. I'm gonna come on the power, hard, off the power, on the power, off the power, on the power, on the power, on the power, on the power, full power now, all the way up. Perfect apex there, all the way winding all the way outside. And this will get me a nice, easy win with the guy right behind me. So very nice win, and I'm okay with that. So that was a good little race. And we're gonna jump into the next heat, which sadly we can't skip. But we'll go ahead and do the next heat here, see if I fail or win. And I wish I could switch cars in between. That'd be kind of nice, because I feel like these heats get long. You know, it's like a 6-minute long race of boringness. But this time, let's talk about something different. Let's do. Let's see. What shall we talk about? Oh no, I know what we could talk about. Why don't we talk about racing games? A lot of people, you know, like racing games, and this actually is a conversation going on in the chat room right now. It's kind of what is, you know, what it is that you guys like to play. You know, what is the best racing game you've ever played? In my opinion, Forza 4 is one of the best racing games I've ever played. I have to say, like, Need for Speed Most Wanted is probably my favorite. I think I've won the entire story mode on that, the campaign of that, once or twice. I absolutely love that game. I might do a Let's Play of that game eventually, because that game is just wicked fun. And if you guys haven't played it, you've got to. Wow, that was crisis averted right there, wasn't it? It's a really fun game to play, and apparently this time they're very aggressive, because I had the inside line there, and they are dominating me. I'm going to try to take them inside right here, just stuff it right here inside. Man, these guys are really aggressive this time around. I'm trying to run it across the grass and get around them somehow, but because otherwise I'm getting closed out for days. And right here again, I'm in 5th place, I guess, so I got 4 cars ahead of me. Anyway, so Need for Speed Most Wanted is probably my favorite, but you know, that's all part of it. There's some great games out there. That's more arcadey. I have got a little time played at Gran Turismo. I have to admit, I crashed a lot on that game, because it's definitely not a game that I'm nearly as good at as an arcade game. It's just so realistic, and this is the same way. but I'm much more comfortable with the Xbox controller, so I think that does make a bit of a difference, at least for me. Oh. Get off me, bro. Get off me, bro. There we go. There we go. I gotta focus now. Sorry. Oof. Trying to beat these guys, and these guys are driving really aggressively. This RX-7 is far faster than I am, and you guys can see right there. We had about the same speed exiting that turn. I wouldn't say we had the same line. He definitely had a better line, but we had about the same speed exiting, and he just has more power than I do. He's able to get a lot more power to the ground, and I have 3 laps to catch up to him here, but it's going to take a lot of late braking and daring, I think, to do it, because I've got a Lotus on my tail, and this RX-7 is right ahead of me. And these guys are definitely playing a lot more aggressively this race. I think they underestimated the power of Aviator's crappy driving in the first episode, and now they're making up for it. But as you can see here, he's diving into the corner, and that's going to push me off. I am able to get by, though, right there in the front of this one lap. Takes him out. Very, very nice. We're going to go ahead and see what he can do here. A couple other racing games that I've played. I think I've played a lot of Need for Speeds throughout the years. I mean, Need for Speeds are always fun. I do have to say, though, I bought Carbon. I actually got Carbon as a gift, and I played Carbon a bit. I don't know if you guys played that. It's like a 4-year-old racing game, something like that. And it was so bad. It was literally one of the worst games I've ever played. Just not entertaining, really difficult to win. Even though it wasn't supposed to be like an actual simulator, it was supposed to be more arcadey. It was difficult to play that game. Like, you're supposed to drift downhill and get like a bajillion points and keep up with the race leader or whatever. And it was really tough. I didn't enjoy that game very much at all. Whereas Most Wanted made you feel like a boss, you know, with the nitrous and everything else, and it was just a lot of fun. I think Underground 2 was probably the game between Most Wanted and Underground 2 are probably my most enjoyed driving games, because Underground 2 you could modify your car. It was the first game that really gave you that ability that was to the extent that it did. Because Underground 1 gave you a lot of ability to modify, sure, but not nearly as much as Underground 2. And Underground 2 was just a blast. I played that game a lot too. But yeah, so I don't know. I think Most Wanted needs to come back, because Underground 1 and 2 both had a great soundtrack, though. Oh, Black Betty, Bam Bam. You know, just great soundtracks, really fun to play. Yeah, those games are going to have to come back. I'm going to play those games up soon. Apparently, that new Need for Speed game is pretty good, too. If any of you guys have played that new Need for Speed game, let me know, because I would like to take that for a test run, too, I think, and maybe do a Let's Play with that one. Maybe I'll do that instead of Most Wanted. I don't know. That Need for Speed, what is it, Drive? It's a new one. It just came out, and it looks really sweet. Like, it's kind of set up like a movie. So, yeah, and I don't know. Somebody else is talking about Grand Theft Auto and San Andreas. Now, Grand Theft Auto, awful mechanics for driving. Like, it drives like you're driving a Lego car made out of bricks. I mean, it's just, it drives horribly, but it's so much fun. I love the motorcycles, and like Grand Theft Auto Vice City, seeing how many times you could flip it and land it, you know, just doing silly stuff. I used to have so much fun on that game. Really, it was great fun. And oh, that was a bad braking. Well done, Aviator. You're bad, bro. RX-7 almost passed you because you're bad, bro. All right, we're on lap 3. I made it back into first. I had a quick slip up there, but as you guys can see, I was able to pull it together, and we're gonna try to come on the brakes a little bit early, a little bit too much, a little bit too little, and back in the power. I did not do that very well at all. I'm gonna try to keep this together and definitely overturn that as well, which brought my speed way down. I'm about to get past. I have a feeling, nope, he didn't. Wow, he should have passed me there, because that was really bad play on my part. It does have a lot more speed than I do. As you guys can see right here, he's got a lot more speed. I'm doing all I can to box him out right there on the top left-hand side. You can see the rear view mirror, and I'm gonna come on the brakes now. Early, braking, and back in the power now, because this is when I need it right here. This is my corner I always lose it on, and I was able to stay ahead that time. That was much better. I think largely just because I was watching him this time and kind of seeing where he tried to pass me, and that's where I came off the brakes. So, whew. It's all right, though. Only a couple corners left in this race, and that will be the end of Heat 2. Hopefully I'll take first in both heats, as long as I don't screw up again, which shouldn't be too hard. I think the rest of this race are corners I know much better, so we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to being done with this race. Even though I like the track and I like the car, I feel like the car could do better. It doesn't have you know, as much top-end speed or as much downforce as I like to have. I like to have a lot more traction, and was way too much brakes there. I gave him a good opportunity to get a lot of speed caught up to me there, especially as we come out of this corner. You're going to see he's going to be flying compared to me, unless he pussies out, which it looks like he did. He looks like he wimped out there, which is good. That's good for me. Oh, nope, there he is. Wow, he just tried for the pass right there. He came out of nowhere. Woo, that was scary. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, coming up the front straight. He's going to try to pass me right here as hard as he can, all the way against the wall. I have no time left, and there we go. Made it. by 3 car lengths right there. All right, so I think that's it right there, guys. And as you can see, that is the win. This has been a 15-minute episode. We're gonna go ahead and end it right here. That's episode number 16. Holy crap, episode number 16 of the Forza 4 Adventure with Aviator. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. It's just been great. And we'll jump into episode number 17 in just a moment.